Hi, everyone. This is Kylene with Parents for Public Schools of Pitt County coming to you today to see Bethel School in our spring 2021 tour series. We're so excited to be here at Bethel, and let's meet the folks who are going to be on the tour with us today. Let's start out with our administration.
Hi, I'm Leanne Swinson, and I'm the principal at Bethel School.
All right, and I believe we also have an assistant principal on the call.
We do.
Hello, this is Julian Carter. I'm your assistant principal here at Bethel.
Okay, and we also have Miss Whitehurst. Miss Whitehurst, tell us what you do there at Bethel. You are muted, Miss Whitehurst, so we're going to unmute you and then you can start over. That's okay.
Sorry.
Everybody knows we're recording. It's okay.
I am Miss Whitehurst, and I am the media coordinator here at Bethel School.
All right, and we also have Miss Barnes with us. Tell us what you do there at Bethel.
Hello, I'm Miss Barnes. I'm the instructional coach here at Bethel.
All right. And for all of you who are watching, do keep in mind that we are filming during the pandemic. So even though you might be watching this years in the future, know that we are following pandemic protocol during our recording today. So if you see someone in the school without a mask on, know that they are alone in their space and being very safe. And if a person walks in their space, you'll see them put that mask on. So just know that lots of safety precautions are being taken. And if you see some masks on and some masks off, that's why. We just want to make sure that you know that. I'll also say that anything that you hear today is really about a typical school year. It's about post-COVID. So as we talk about what the school has to offer, that would be during a typical school year. We are going to start with Ms. Swinson. And Ms. Swinson, I wonder if you can tell us about your school size and about how many students parents should expect to have in their child's class.
Okay. We are a K-8 school, and we have close to 300 students. We're just under 300. Class sizes, we try to make that a focus. The younger grades, K3, K4, we try to stay around 18 or under if we can. The higher we go, the bigger the class is. But again, 4-5 stays around 18 to 20 students. Middle school stays around 20 to 24, but not typically higher. We try to keep a close eye on our numbers.
All right, for those of you watching, you might hear that that's a bit unique. Those are some smaller class sizes. It can really be something that is unique and quite the draw to Bethel.
For sure.
I wonder, Ms. Swinson, if you can tell us about encore or specials classes and just what you have to offer there.
Sure. So we have most of the typical encore classes. We have PE and we have art. We have music, chorus. Then for middle school students, we have band, we have art, and CTE. And then one different course that not all middle schools offer is we in 6th grade offer photography for students who may want to do a photo class and do some things. Our art teacher offers it through her program, and the kids enjoy doing, the photography piece or whatever. So.
Wow, that's really exciting. That is the first time that I've heard that in the tours I've done so far. So, and this may be different for your elementary versus your middle, but do students go to like one encore a week or every day, or how does that work for them?
So they have a different, K5 has a different encore class every day. They may have PE today and art tomorrow and then music, but they go to each encore class, a different one each day. Middle school follows the traditional middle school schedule where they keep an encore class. They have 2 per semester. And then the second semester, they would switch like a traditional middle school would.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. Also, a very typical question that we get on school tours is about lunch in the cafeteria. So can you tell us about what time students eat lunch and how long they get for lunch?
So because we have so many grade levels, we start at about 11 o'clock during a typical school year, and we finish around 1:30. Students have 30 minutes in the lunchroom, and we have a pretty strategic lunch schedule so that our pre-K or kindergarten students are not at lunch with middle school. We try to group them with like grade levels so that they're there with their peers. And then we structure it so they're in and out and there's not too many kids in there, but we get them all in and out by 1:30. Again, that's during a typical year that they're out of the cafeteria by probably 1:15 is a closer estimate in time, but each group gets 30 minutes.
And they probably have some sort of snack time or something in their classrooms. Is that right?
All K-5 does, 6-8 does too if they want it, but K-5 all has a time for recess or snack, typically during the morning, depending on their lunchtime and all that kind of stuff. But they do about mid-morning have an opportunity to have a recess time to go outside or burn off some energy and have a snack.
Okay. Another question that I think you'll be able to answer for us is about communication. And I wonder
Okay.
if you can tell us how, as an overall school, you communicate with parents and also what they could expect from individual teachers.
Sure. So we do a weekly call every Sunday night. We send out information about the week ahead. If anything is needed throughout the week, we continue with that same process. We use our social media, our Facebook page for updates or fun things that are happening or things that are coming soon as well. And as a school, we use the Class Dojo system. So all parents are connected through Class Dojo. Teachers can send updates, things about their week, or information, or an important message that needs to go just to a parent and not the class. And it's been effective for us to get everybody on board as a mass communication for us.
All right. So parents, I think you'll see that communication from Bethel will be very strong and you'll know exactly what's going on with your student and with your school. My last question before we get to see some of your great space is really about parent engagement. So how do you provide opportunities for parents to connect there at Bethel?
So we're fortunate in that we're a pretty family oriented school. Being K-8, we tend to get kids in kindergarten that stay through 8th grade. So we get close to our families and our parents, and we're a Title I school. So we often have events that are Title I events, and we make them, curriculum or academic based with a fun twist. So they may come for a curriculum component, and then there may be another piece that's more fun or more geared for students. In a typical year, we would have a science event, a curriculum night, a fall festival and things, and we get a lot of parent support and a lot of turnout. The bulk of our students will come, and whether it's the academic piece or the fun side to it, we do the traditional dances and things like that, and parents come to those or provide support for it. We welcome parents. We have a small PTA, so we welcome any parent support with that. They're welcome to come for lunch with their students. They just need to sign in the office and they can come visit and have lunch or volunteer in the classroom. We appreciate any of that support.
All right. It sounds like there's a lot of great opportunities to get connected as a family and as a
Sure.
parent. And I really heard you describing it as a great family atmosphere.
For sure.
So I think we are going to move now to see some of the great spaces that Bethel has to offer. And we'll start in the Media Center with Miss Whitehurst. Why don't you show us and tell us all about that space, Miss Whitehurst?
Yes, ma'am. Here is our library, or the Media Center, as some like to call it. We have a little comfy area, like as soon as you walk in, if you want to chill out and read a book. This is where you will come to borrow books from our library. At Bethel, you are allowed to check out 2 books at a time, but you can come whenever throughout the week to get new books if you would like to do that. We are in the process of updating our Media Center to incorporate more 21st learning opportunities where students can get hands-on and engagement with the technology and develop skills for our lifetime success. And for next year, we're also hoping to incorporate a maker space area somewhere in the library so that students can also get more hands-on, and if they want to take a break from class, maybe just come down and get their brain thinking. And I'm sure, as has been mentioned before, Pitt County is a 1-to-1 technology district. So I'm also the person that you will come to, and I'll issue a device, or if you have any problems with your device, I can also help you with that. So, and I'm going to showcase more of the Media Center here. And we have different sections of the Media Center, like most libraries do.
Ms. Whitehurst, can you explain just a little bit more about what that one-to-one means? What does that mean every child gets?
Absolutely. So for this year, since we just rolled out the one-to-one district, we have students in, let's see, first grade through eighth grade have their very own Chromebook. Our kindergarten students have iPads that they use for learning. If they're virtual learners, that's where they will do their instruction through Seesaw. K2 through uses Seesaw, and then 3 through 8 uses Canvas.
All right, thank you. So if you're just watching and maybe you haven't started the school process yet, do know that if you have a rising kindergartner, they will receive an iPad from Pitt County Schools to borrow for the duration of their time there. And much of their work can be completed on that. Hopefully by the time your child enters school, we are no longer having virtual learners, but they will still have assignments and ways that they can engage with that iPad. And then other students are able to have a Chromebook, which is another type of computer that students are able to use to complete assignments. And it's really just a goal of making sure that every student has a technology device to connect with their school. Ms. Whitehurst, thank you so much for showing us the Media Center. That was such a fun space.
Thank you.
I believe now we are going to go and see a kindergarten classroom. And I think Ms. Barnes is going to show that to us.
Hello. We are currently in Miss Woolard's class. She's one of our kindergarten teachers. I am going to ask her a question and then I'm going to quickly tour her classroom. So thinking of this year and years in the past, what makes this school so special?
Well, I've been at Bethel School for a very long time, about 18 years, so I certainly think it's a special place. And it was, excuse me for one moment. Sit down, please. I'm sorry. That's the joy of teaching kindergarten. My own children went here too. I like the smallness that Bethel School offers. And the philosophy of education is one that I believe in, that most teachers here believe in, that children learn best through developmental play, and that each child is like a gift and they open their package, at different times. So it's okay if all children aren't on the same level. I just think Bethel's a wonderful place to be. Thank you.
We're currently in her class, and in kindergarten, this is where the foundation is being built. And I'm going to real quickly project around her room. You'll see color. You'll see different content areas that they're learning throughout their years, shapes, colors, alphabets, the foundation that they need as we progress throughout the year. So that's just one of our classes.
All right, I think it sounds like it is going to be a lot of fun to be in kindergarten for those of you who are watching and thinking about sending your kindergartner. We could see that they're learning about calendars and shapes and colors and numbers and alphabet. And even from the part that we were able to see, we saw so many learning opportunities happening there. So thank you for sharing that space. I think we are moving now to the gym, and Mr. Carter is going to tell us more about the gym.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the Bethel Gym. Here behind me, you can see it. We've got our insignias. We've got our trophy, the trophies that we've won over the years here in the back. This is where we do health and PE. And I'm going to bring in with me now our PE teacher and health teacher, Coach Campbell. Thank you for being here, Coach Campbell. You want to tell us a little bit about your classes here at Bethel?
Yeah, thankfully our classes are small, so I'm able to kind of work individually with them quite a bit more than some schools with the bigger classes, which I love. But this allows for us to have all of our kids here at school from K-8 to come in for PE, and then we also house our middle school athletics here at the Bethel Gym as well.
You want to tell us a little bit about your athletic programs here at Bethel?
Our middle school athletics programs here primarily stick to our inside sports. We have in the fall, volleyball, and then in the winter, we have cheerleading, basketball, and wrestling. But any other sports, our students have the opportunity to partner with both, and we provide the transportation to our Bethel students to get to welcome for their athletic teams that we do not house here.
Anything else you'd like to add while I got you here?
My time here, it's been great to see the community support. So I'd just like to say thank you to all the business communities that support us, and we always welcome any future support.
All right, thank you. If you have any more questions for us, please reach out and let us know.
All right, thank you for sharing that with us. It was definitely good to see that there are staff who love working there. We all want our kids to go to a space where the staff are happy to be there. And it was also really good to hear about how Bethel is partnering with other schools. Parents, when you become a Pitt County Schools parent, you will hear the slogan, Pitt County Schools Strong, over and over again. And so it's a great partnership that Bethel is able to connect with other schools to make sure that students get every opportunity that they could possibly want. I think we are going to finish our tour in a 5th grade classroom, and Ms. Barnes is going to take us to see the 5th grade.
So just like in kindergarten, we had some exposure to our content. We don't stop there. We also include it all throughout our grade levels, K-8. So in 5th grade, you will see our anchor charts that are used. These anchor charts are also used as resources for our students, where they are able to use these on their work. In addition to the anchor charts and the colorfulness of our rooms, we have a small group table. This small group table allows for our teachers to pull small groups, help students that need some support in different areas, or enrich them in other areas that they may need. Currently, our desks are individual, but normally you'll see them partner up with a partner, so they're able to collaborate with each other. And then also we're considered an AVID school. So not only do we teach them college skills, but we expose them to different colleges that they're able to go to when they get out of high school.
All right, thank you for showing us that classroom. I know that when parents are watching a tour, it's so great for us to envision our students being in that classroom and to see everything that they will see on the walls and around them. Keep in mind, we're filming during COVID, so sometimes we have to use our imagination to take it a step further and picture our students sitting at that group table, learning together and sitting together. And we all know that's going to happen again soon. Ms. Swinson, I want to come back to you and see if there's anything else that you would like to share with parents who are watching the tour of your school.
The biggest thing I would say that makes us a little different from some of the other schools is that we are small, and the K-8 component, as I mentioned earlier, it allows us to build the relationships with the students starting in kindergarten and carries through 8th grade for the majority of the students. So the teachers get to know the students and the families well by the time they leave the school. So when the siblings come along, we know the families, we know the students, and they really are developing relationships with these kids and families. That's one of the perks of a K-8 small school. And it's unique in that way. A lot of the teachers that are here have been here for a long time, and have, gotten to know the siblings, the families, the parents, and that helps in many ways in the school. We welcome questions, emails, any concerns. During a normal year, we would welcome tours of the building, be happy to do that. So if parents do have questions or any concerns, we welcome any correspondence that we could offer.
All right, thank you so much. I know if you're watching this as a parent, of course, we all want our students to get the absolute best academic experience, but we also know that what makes a true difference in our children is caring adults and connections. And I think Ms. Swinson also just told us that not only does her school have great academics, but it also has adults who truly care and will take our children under their wing. So thank you for sharing your space with us today and your staff with us. Parents, if you have questions, please reach out to Ms. Swinson. She's very happy to talk with you. Also, feel free to reach out to Parents for Public Schools, and we're able to connect you with folks who can answer your questions. Thank you and have a great day.